Once upon a time, long, long ago, in the human era of 1983, there lived on the west side of the land of the Great Lake a beautiful golden-haired, green-eyed goddess named Mary Joy, who delighted in the beauty of making flourishes, swashes, and runes. With her magic wand, Mary Joy cast an enchantment over a group of lesser fairies and elves who gathered around her to learn her craft. Thus, she was transformed into the queen of the calligrapheries with a worshipful following. Word came to the queen that another group of calligrapheries lived on the east side of the land of the Great Lake, beyond the dark forest. Gathering her tribe, the queen embarked on a dangerous quest along the highway of terror to meet these folk and their leader, the mighty Pendragon. The origin of this Pendragon's name has been lost in the mists of time, but it is reported to have been bestowed by Uther Pendragon, King of Camelot and father of King Arthur. The connection to Camelot is auspicious, with Camelot being a most congenial spot for happy letter-aftering. The calligrapheries and elves on both sides of the dark forest loved their majuscules and minuscules, and so were eager to study with those learned teachers steeped in mystic arts and magical tools. Therefore it came to pass that an alliance was born, with the calligrapheries adopting the dragon name and traveling under its protection back to the west. For several ages, west would meet with east to develop new skills and forge friendships. A dragon lives forever, but not so dragon guilds. In time, the dragons of the east were invaded by Ennui the Powerful and joined a tribe to the north in order to survive. The dragons of the west, however, were accustomed to enduring adverse conditions in their homeland, ruled as it was by the ice ogre and his companion, the snow sorceress. At first, the timid dragons met below ground in a dark cave. Eventually, however, they crept into the light, gathered their courage, and became the Dragon Zoo of the West. As an homage to their first alliance, they remained faithful to the name Pendragon, grew in knowledge and stature, and became known throughout the land of the Great Lake and beyond as the Pendragon's Calligraphy Guild. These artful dragons continue to seek apprentices to their craft, who may also discover the art and joy of hand lettering. And so ends part 1, A Dragon Fairy Tale. But the story continues in part 2 and A Gallery of Dragon Art. Thank you for viewing.